8:47 now. We continue our Tropical Storm Barry coverage with storm preps from the Governor's Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness.
Joining us now on the phone is Director of Communications Mike Steele. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Mike, thanks for checking back in with us. Can you tell us the latest as far as what the state is doing to prepare here?
Yeah, so it's been a busy couple of days. We remain at level 1 activation for the State Emergency Operations Center. That started about a little over 24 hours ago. Some numbers as of last night I've received, we had placed about 400,000 sandbags in different communities around South Louisiana. We had distributed about 26,000 bottles of water. Both of those numbers should climb significantly. They had also placed some MREs and other bottles of water, tens of thousands of those items at different parts around the state. And then, of course, the governor traveled down to take a look at some of the barrier protection, the levee protection work that was going on around the New Orleans area, and then met with Mayor Cantrell and also met with officials over in Morgan City late yesterday evening. So those are kind of the steps being made now.
Did you accompany the governor on those trips?
No, I wasn't. The Joint Information Center is activated at GOSEP, and that's kind of my responsibility as far as the public information flow.
Sure. We spoke with you yesterday. One of the major concerns, of course, is river levels for the Mississippi River especially. How are you guys accommodating for that?
Yeah, the numbers improved a little bit, so hopefully we won't see that overtopping like that was a big concern. But, this is the first time we've had to deal with a hurricane while the river levels are where they're at right now. So that is a major concern, and it's something that we hope the public is understanding, and we're glad to see some of the parishes take those proactive moves with some of the evacuations, like in Plaquemines Parish and some of those areas. That's another thing. As of last night, parishes had ordered evacuations, some form of evacuation, in at least 13 parishes. So it's good to see people being proactive. Hopefully we won't get hit. Hopefully we'll be spared a little bit, but it's always better to be a step or two ahead of the game in preparedness than the other alternative.
Absolutely. President Trump did declare a state of emergency yesterday. Was that expected, and what does that do for you?
Yeah, so and just to let the public know, FEMA's been with us now for the past several days at the Emergency Operations Center. They've sent people down to kind of work with us and go through that process. They were actually involved with us getting that request in.
Okay.
And we were pretty optimistic, that we would get the right answer on that. So it's good to see we have that federal support, and it's just amazing, if you go all the way back to Katrina, how stronger our relationship is with the federal government, working through these types of events. But we have every reason to believe they're going to be there to help us. It's important for the public to understand that if you have a major flood event, and hopefully it won't be anything like we saw with the events back in 2016, the response could be delayed. If you have roads flooded in every region and it's hard to get to some areas, we always preach that 3 days preparedness. The first 72 is on you, is what Florida tells everyone. And so we do see that happen from time to time. Hopefully it won't be anything like that with this one, but the public needs to understand that's why we tell them there could be that delay.
All right, well, thank you so much for updating us on everything that's going on. And as you stress to residents, they're kind of on their own for a bit here. So if you're choosing to evacuate, you have to get that done. And if you're going to stay in place, then you need to be set up and prepared with your supplies and medications.
That's right. That's exactly right. And make sure you have a solid communication plan. Maybe you have people that have jobs where they can't take off of work because of this type of event. If communication efforts go down, maybe have a contact person out of state that you can get in touch with and kind of be a rally point to let everyone know, or maybe a social media platform. On our Get a Game Plan app, there's an I'm Safe tab. So if you download our Get a Game Plan app, you can actually use that to help with your communication. Again, we're hoping none of those factors kind of are in play this time, but we are heading into the heart of hurricane season. So if not this event, maybe the next event, these types of steps will be needed.
Sure, that's a great point. That is an issue that we hope we don't encounter in this storm, but communication can be an issue in a storm like this. Mike Steele, thank you so much for joining us.
You bet. Thank you.